Good morning. I have a message here and I just wanted to share it with you guys. We're looking at Mark chapter 5, and we're going to go through verse 1 through 9 for right now. Then they came, Jesus and his disciples, to the other side of the sea, to the country of the Gadarenes. And when he had come out of the boat, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no one could bind him, not even with chains, because he had often been bound with shackles and chains, and the chains had been pulled apart by him, and the shackles broken in pieces. Neither could anyone tame him. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying out and cutting himself with stones. When he saw Jesus from afar, he ran and worshipped him. And he cried out with a loud voice and said, "What have I to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God?" See, even the unclean spirits, even the demons know Jesus is the Son of God. Come on now. "I implore you by God that you do not torment me." For he said to him, Jesus says, "Come out of the man, unclean spirit." Verse 9. Then he asked him, "What is your name?" And he answered, saying, "My name is Legion, for we are many." I'd like to speak on the spirit of Legion. The spirit of Legion is, of course, an unclean spirit. But it is the spirit of depression, the spirit of, well, it oppresses you. It's a spirit of oppression, something that will internally make you miserable. No matter what you do, you can't seem to shake off that spirit that hovers over you. Myself, I've dealt with depression for many years. The good Lord is delivering me from that spirit, or delivered me from that spirit. But there was a time that it was a very, very, very dark place. So I thought, with the epidemic of the opiates that are going on in the country, a lot of times people will say, "Don't do drugs. Say no to drugs." That's an easy thing to say and do. That's the easy part. Hey, don't do drugs. And then the person says, "Oh, okay, I won't be an addict." No, it doesn't work like that. I've always seen addiction, even before my own addiction. I always seen addiction. Well, I shouldn't say that. There came a time when I started seeing addiction, not the substance, but I have a mind that always thinks outside of what I'm programmed to think and believe. If someone's using drugs, I don't look at the drugs. I look at why do they use the drugs? Where did it come from? And I go deeper. I go beyond that. And for a lot of people, there's over 7 billion people on the earth. I don't want to say two people's stories are the same. So that spirit of Legion is out there. And it takes advantage of people that are vulnerable. Whether it's a broken heart, a breakup, a divorce, a loss of a loved one, grief. It has no limits. It's not biased and partial to who it latches on to. So, today's message is addressing that unclean spirit whose name is Legion. And we look here in verse 9, and Legion's talking to Jesus. Jesus says, "What is your name?" And he answered, saying, "My name is Legion." But then the unclean spirit also says, "There are many." meaning there are many legions, many of us oppressing spirits. Now, if we know what the source is, we can go to the resource. So if we know if you're battling depression, we know it's a spirit of depression. That spirit of legion. So we have to address the spirit underneath the drugs. We have to say, go, no more. I am healed in Jesus' name. Now, some of you who may still be fighting addictions, or that have never fought addictions, you think, oh, that's easy for you to say. And they're right. It is. It's easy for another person to say, well, just get over it. Just go find a job. Or just, look, it is hard being the person that's oppressed. It is very hard. You can't explain it. Nothing nobody says. But I'm here today to bring you some good news. You can and you will be set free from that spirit. Because I guarantee you, once that spirit's gone, so will the drugs be. Maybe not overnight, but listen, if that spirit is gone, it's going to take you a minute to catch up. You may keep using, but it'll gradually fade away because you don't have the desire for it anymore. You'll look up one day and go, oh my God, I actually quit a while back and didn't realize it. So listen, you're not alone out there. I've been right where you are when it comes to depression, drugs, grief, you name it. I'm here to bring you some good news. There is life. There is life after the depression, after the drugs. I did it, and so can you. Much love, y'all. Peace.